Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of you have asked about: how to connect with a shy girl and make her feel comfortable enough to open up. It can feel like a puzzle, right? You see someone who seems amazing, but she's quiet, reserved, and you just don't know how to break the ice without making things awkward. Well, don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll have a complete guide full of practical, respectful strategies to build a genuine connection. First things first, let's understand shyness. It's not a choice or a flaw. It's often a mix of being introverted, having a bit of social anxiety, or simply being a thoughtful person who prefers to listen and observe before jumping into a conversation. A shy person's inner world is often incredibly rich and vibrant. They just don't put it all on display for everyone. The key is not to fix her shyness, but to create a safe and comfortable environment where her true personality can shine through. Your goal is to be a calming presence, not an overwhelming one. So, where do you start? The approach is everything. Forget loud, grand gestures. Instead, think subtle, gentle, and patient. The first step is to manage the environment. A crowded, noisy party is probably the worst place to try and have a deep conversation with a shy person. The constant stimulation can be overwhelming. If you can, try to find a quieter setting. This could be a coffee shop during off-peak hours, a park, a library, or even a calmer corner at a social gathering. A low-pressure environment removes a huge layer of anxiety and allows her to focus on the conversation, not the chaos around her. Now, let's talk about the initial approach itself. Your body language speaks volumes before you even say a word. Maintain an open and friendly posture, but avoid being too direct or intense. Instead of walking straight up and standing directly in front of her, which can feel confrontational, try approaching from the side at a slight angle. Keep a relaxed, gentle smile on your face. Make eye contact, but don't stare. A good technique is to make eye contact for a few seconds, then briefly look away while you're talking or listening, and then look back. This feels much more natural and less like an interrogation. It signals interest without applying pressure. When you do start talking, the topic matters. Don't start with deeply personal questions. The magic word is context. Look for something you both share in that moment. Are you in the same class? You could say something like, "That lecture was pretty intense, wasn't it? I'm still trying to wrap my head around that last concept." Or if you're at a mutual friend's get-together, "How do you know Sarah? Her parties are always so chill." This is called situational conversation. It's low stakes, easy to respond to, and it establishes an immediate, shared common ground. It's not about being clever, it's about being observant and genuine. Once you've started the conversation, your primary role is to be a great listener. This is probably the most important tip in this entire video. Shy people are often fantastic observers and listeners themselves, so they can tell when someone is genuinely interested versus just waiting for their turn to talk. When she speaks, give her your full attention. Put your phone away, nod, smile, and use verbal cues like hung I see, or that makes sense. This shows you're engaged and encourages her to continue. A powerful technique to keep the conversation flowing is to ask open-ended questions. These are questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. Instead of asking, "Do you like this coffee shop?" try asking, "What do you like about this place?" Instead of, "Did you have a good weekend?" ask, "What was the highlight of your weekend?" These types of questions invite a more detailed response and give her the space to share more about herself, her thoughts, and her feelings, but only if she wants to. Now, let's talk about something crucial: embracing the silence. With a shy person, there will be pauses in the conversation. This is totally normal. The absolute worst thing you can do is panic and start machine gunning questions to fill the void. This just adds pressure and makes things more awkward. Instead, learn to be comfortable in the silence. Just smile, look around calmly, and let the pause happen. It gives her time to think and formulate her thoughts without feeling rushed. A comfortable silence between two people can actually be a sign of a growing connection. It shows you don't need constant noise to feel at ease with each other. Another great strategy is to talk about your own passions and interests in a non-bragging way. When you share something you're genuinely excited about, whether it's a book you're reading, a hiking trail you discovered, or a project you're working on, your enthusiasm is contagious. This does two things. It gives her insight into who you are, making you seem more relatable and less of a stranger. And second, it might tap into a shared interest that she hasn't mentioned yet. She might be a huge fan of the same author or also love hiking, and your passion gives her the perfect opening to join the conversation. Giving genuine, specific compliments is another wonderful way to make her feel seen and appreciated. But avoid generic compliments about her appearance, which can sometimes feel superficial. Instead, focus on something specific and thoughtful. For example, I really liked the point you made in class today. It was a really unique way of looking at it. Or, you have a really great taste in music. That song you mentioned is one of my favorites. Or even, you have a very calming presence. I feel really relaxed talking to you. Compliments like these are about her personality, her intellect, or her effect on you, which are far more meaningful and help build her confidence in the interaction. Patience is your superpower here. Building trust and comfort with a shy person is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't get discouraged if she doesn't open up completely on the first, second, or even third conversation. Every small interaction is a step forward. Celebrate the small victories: a longer conversation, a shared laugh, her initiating a topic. Your consistency and patience show that you're interested in her as a person, not just trying to achieve a goal. This reliability is incredibly attractive and builds a strong foundation of trust. As you get to know each other better, suggest low-pressure activities. Instead of a formal dinner date, which can feel like an interview, suggest something where the activity itself is the focus. Going for a walk, visiting a museum, going to a bookstore, or even doing something creative together like a pottery class. These activities have a shared focus, which takes the pressure off of maintaining constant conversation. You can talk when you feel like it and enjoy the activity together during the quiet moments. This is a perfect way to spend quality time and let the connection grow naturally. Remember to be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not just to impress her. Authenticity is magnetic. If you're a little goofy, let it show. If you're passionate about nerdy things, share that. When you're genuine, it gives her permission to be genuine too. It shows her that she doesn't need to put on a performance and can just be herself around you, which is the ultimate goal. The best connections are built on a foundation of two people being their true, authentic selves. To recap, approach gently, create a calm environment, ask open-ended questions, be an incredible listener, embrace the pauses, share your own passions, give specific compliments, and above all, be patient and authentic. By doing this, you're not just talking to a shy girl. You're creating a space where a wonderful, thoughtful person feels safe enough to let her amazing personality shine. You're building a real connection, and that's what it's all about. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope these tips were helpful for you. If you've ever been in this situation, or if you're a shy person yourself, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. And if you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on communication and building better relationships. We'll see you in the next one.